I'm Jana Reed, and I'm with KeithTrim.com, and I'm here today with
Scuba Steve Swarthout.
And we're here today to talk to him about his business, Twin Rivers, and him with racing and how everything kind of all ties into everything. And first of all, you said your name was Steve Swarthout, and are you single, married?
I've got a girlfriend.
And do you have any kids?
I have one boy, just graduated high school.
And of course your job is here at Twin Rivers. And so then, do you own this, or you?
I have a partner in business, Jayhuskers, that we partnered up about 6 years ago to form this business. So.
And so what all kind of got you involved in racing?
Just the love of automobiles. Ever since I was a little kid, I played with little cars. I wasn't the kid that ran my little cars through the dirt, though. I always kept them in the boxes and really nice. And I've always loved them. That love drove to me selling cars, to owning a car dealership. I had to wait later in life to start racing, though. I think I started at 30 or 31 with the Jayhuskers series.
How many years did you race with the Jayhuskers?
I think 3 to 4 years. I think my 4th year, I had a couple of years in there that I just kind of was hit and miss on it.
So did you race out full time, or was it just kind of whenever you could, or?
I had 1 year in those 4 years that I did full time. That we traveled around. I traveled around with Chris Kelly. We had a lot of fun then.
And then so that's where you kind of picked up. First you went around with him, and then you just kind of took off on your own then.
Yeah. We the mini sprint days, that was probably the funnest time I've ever had, though. That was the Jayhuskers series. Raced with a lot of people, a lot of good memories between Chris Kelly and him helping me starting to get racing, Jim Clifford. We had a lot of good times.
And so then, is that the only car that you've ever raced?
No, that was the one I started in, was the mini sprint. And before then, I didn't race. I raced a motorcycle when I was a kid. I think my dad bought a motorcycle for me just to get underneath my mom's skin. But we did pretty good in that. Wasn't nearly as good as that as I was with the 4 wheels and a roll bar, though.
So then, are you still racing now?
Yes, currently racing right now.
And what do you race? You still race the mini sprints?
No, I'd love to get back into that. But right now I'm running the IMCA Northern Sport Mod, or the NASCAR B Mod on it. So.
And what made you decide to move into those?
I came to Beatrice Speedway ever since I was a little kid. When I moved back to Fairbury in 1997, I just never had the resources to be able to run a modified. They came out with a B mod, which is a little less expensive than an A mod, and through the years I finally worked into being able to drive one.
So is the B mod class pretty competitive?
I think it's probably the most competitive in all the classes right now. You've got guys moving from A mods to B mods. You've got good people that are just they've been racing, getting started in the mod. You've got people that have been doing it a long time. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of competition.
Kind of a mixture of
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
So then, do you own your own car then?
Yes, I do.
And then, so then, do you sponsor any of the other cars, or any other cars with racing? Because you said you loved a lot of cars. You still help out with any of them?
I try to help out the best I can, and honestly, I don't even know how many cars we sponsor. I kind of got to shut it off after a while. You can't sponsor everybody, but you know, we try to help out. I think in a weekend there might be 5 cars at some track that we have our hands on, and you know, I try to help out the best we can there.
How many wins have you had in like the Jayhuskers series?
That's a tough question. It was pretty good. Harder to count those than in a B mod or a sport mod. I know 1 year I think we raced 21 times and we won 11, and that was with Chris Roskilly helping me and Jim Clifford. We had a really good season. Would have had the track championship or the Jayhusker championship if they counted all the races, but at that time Concordia didn't count as points, and I don't know if Clay Center, I don't remember the whole deal, but we had 2 tracks I think that didn't count as points, and we kind of dominated both of those. It just didn't work out, but we had a lot of fun doing it.
Have you ever gotten any like special awards or like Rookie of the Year or anything like that during the? Did they ever do anything in the Jayhusker series like that?
No. I got a 2nd place trophy, which is like 20th place in your heart. You know, we just missed it. I had it. Actually had the championship in hand. Hit a rut and kind of got the car sideways, and another car got into me because I was pitched sideways, which now the kid is a very successful sprint car driver. That was George Boston. That night rolled out. It was mine to be had, though. Jim Clifford's boy was in the lead, and I was following 2nd. I thought I had to win the race in order to win the championship, so I was going pretty hard. And after I got it pitched sideways, Jim's boy, his chain broke on his mini sprint, and that would have left me in 1st. But lo and behold, after I crashed my car, all I needed to do is beat the guy, and at that point he was in dead last. So it just didn't work out. So that guy was smarter than me that night. He was in dead last at that point, but he ended up winning the race when it was all said and done. So
is that your most memorable moment that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, the most memorable was my first win when my dad come over. We're in Washington, Kansas. I think he went 100 yards in about 6 steps. He was so excited. It was just neat to see the excitement he had and my excitement of that. From there out, we had good luck. So,
well, that's
yeah.
What was your favorite track?
Totally different kind of racing. Favorite track, hands down, was McCool, Junction Motor Speedway.
And that's with your
That's
your
with
B-Mod.
my B-Mod. That's.
So what was with the Jayhusker? What was your favorite track? Because they just run a few tracks,
Yeah.
don't they? Like
Yeah, they run quite a few different tracks. Hands down, Fairbury, Nebraska.
they have a
That's-
nice little track over there.
Wonderful track. I really liked it when they had it high banked. That was another one that I don't know if you want to call it a good memory or bad memory, but we had a good wreck there, and I think it kind of helped form the track that they have now. They had it really high banked, and we had about 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts, and I ran up top, and the only thing I remember is looking down and seeing grass and saying to myself, this one's going to hurt. And I think we rolled 7 times and destroyed the car, but Fairbury, for mini sprint, I mean, I find myself going there and just sitting in the grandstand when there's no one even around and just looking out at the track. And so there's a lot of good memories.
Right.
So.
And then with the B-Mod, you said it was McCool Junction.
McCool, yeah.
And then where do you race on a weekly basis?
Right now, I race at Beatrice, and then I race at Eagle. I'll point race at Eagle, and I'm kind of on and off at Beatrice.
And what is the cost of like a B-Mod to get one going?
You know, there's nothing. That's a loaded question. There's nothing cheap about any kind of race car. You know, you can see them advertised for anywhere from $5,000 to they just go up after that. But $5,000, you just hope the car holds together. You know, I wouldn't know what you wouldn't even want to say because I don't think Gina would let me race anymore if I told her what it really cost to race.
And you have sponsors on your car?
I do.
And is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to and thank for all their hard work and dedication?
First and foremost, all the employees at Twin Rivers. They make it so I can race. Without this place, I would not be able to even pursue any kind of dream of being able to race anything right now. I really got to thank Jet Racing. Jet Racing's probably they help me stay in the cars. had a lot of talks with Johnny. It helps me with the setup. Max Harder, he's the one that works on my car, and without him working on it, that's another one that I could not be out on the racetrack without. So, you know, Schmidt Machine, they do my motors. They do a really nice job. Knock on wood, I need to find some. We haven't lost a motor this year yet. I had a couple of years where I lost them in hot laps on a brand new motor. They've really done a nice job for me, so I hope we can keep that up. VP Fuel, they've helped me out quite a bit this year with a fire suit, made me a good deal on race fuel. I know I'm forgetting other people. Harms Construction, Schleich Motorsports. Brent keeps a garage with a good set of tools and everything we need to get those cars ready. If we pile one up in one night, Brent Schleich's garage allows us to be able to get it back on the track the next day. So there's a lot of people. And then last but not least, Rev Honey. They support not just me, they support every racer out there. They do a lot that's, you know, that people don't understand. They're a new business starting up with a great product. So if you haven't tried Rev Honey, you need to do that. It's a good drink, keeps us up at night working on the cars. So you know, and there's a lot of late nights. Any race car driver knows that. So, and once again, if you're a racer and you haven't tried their product, take a drink of it. You'll love it. It'll help keep you awake. They do a good job supporting any kind of racing there is around here.
I'd like to thank you for the time that you've sat and shared.
Okay.
It's been really enjoyable, and
Okay.
thank you for the rest of the time, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you.